When is it releasing?
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Only good
Whoa.
things, okay?
Hello
I have a
everyone.
question for you.
Firstly, I'll just put this out there. I'm very nervous. This is my first ever everything. Uh, Apart from that, I think guilty is important for all of us. It's the most relevant film that I read when it was offered to me, and when I auditioned for it, I was like, this is something that is my dream. Like, I would love to be in a film, and especially be it the first one, uh, of first of everything, thematic as well. Karan sir, Apurva, uh, and also I think when you guys watch the film, everyone's gonna have a different perception of it and is gonna take home something completely different from the other person. Even in a family of four, everyone might understand, have a different meaning of it, and they might say that, you know, watch guilty because of this, but the other person's like, but I got this from that. So you guys watch it. Uh, Hopefully you'll have a lot of good things to say about everyone in the film.
Adding
And
to what
yeah,
he says, I don't think a family of four all will agree to who's guilty.
I think that's
Yeah.
true as well.
All four might walk out thinking, no, maybe her, maybe him, maybe this, maybe that.
One chicken pizza for Gurfateh because he's nervous. All right, next question coming in from the lady. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is for Gurfateh itself. Here I am. So basically, your sister is already working in South movies and she's leading many South movies. So was she an inspiration for you or someone else? Who was your main inspiration basically?
I think I'm very proud of what my sister's done till now. She's really been an inspiration in life for the person that I am. Apart from that, my inspiration was someone completely different. I think when I started getting, started feeling that I want to be an actor, I watched a lot of films. I am happy to be a part of one of my idols' films, which is Ranbir Kapoor. I'm working in Brahmastra, and I love Ayan Mukherjee's earlier work, Wake Up Sid, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. So I think Secret works in crazy ways, and that's what happened. They both were my inspiration, and that's because that's the reason why I'm here. And obviously, Karan sir.
Okay, questions coming in from. Can just use the mic now, bro.
You are doing Brahmastra with Dharma, and now this film with Dharma. Can we say that you are going to be the next blue-eyed boy of Dharma Productions?
Karan just gave a look. He's wearing the blue suit,
Karan's not in the
blue-eyed
building.
boy.
I hope so, but let's see how guilty goes, and then hopefully I'll be here for a longer run.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a few questions. Yes, just two more.
Hi, my question is to Ruchi. Besides the reach, what advantage does a filmmaker have with an OTT release when compared to a theatrical release?
Well, I definitely feel, I mean, as when you're making the film, when you're writing it and all that stuff, you definitely are encouraged to give the story prime importance. So the creative freedom and the choot that you get in your mind, knowing that you're doing it for a platform and you can be as true to the story and whatever the story demands, is very inspiring. Because of course we all know that box office pressures make people go for certain decisions, which may not always be the best for that particular story. So, I mean, of course, we love theatrical films, and one, of course, will also continue to do those. But this is something very special, which when you know you're doing something especially for a platform, I think you can really give it your creative best. And I think that not just goes for being a director or a writer or actors, or you can really do it the way you think it needs to be done.
Thank you.
Slam book question number 2.
I'm so sorry. I was so busy celebrating a wedding in my family that I didn't know. I just hearing everything now. But Kabir Singh won Best Album, so I'm very happy. I'm not on the jury, yeah. What can I say? I don't know.
Sir, you're not getting the answers you want, aren't you? Okay, listen. I mean, okay, it's a different platform. It's the Netflix platform, so you'll probably take questions only around the film. But I guess we have one more question. Yes, ma'am, we'll finish with you.
Hi, Ruchi, this is Priyanka from Indian Express. I wanted to understand that I've spoken to a lot of female directors, and they've always said that it's not easy for people to take instructions from a woman. For you, on Guilty, did you ever feel that? Do you also kind of see that men, women, especially men, have problems taking instructions from a female helmer?
Okay. So, I mean, I've been directing for a while, so I've also, I think, there is a difference when you're a woman and you are heading something. So, you know, one forms a way to deal with those things. There is a story behind.
Can I cut her
Guilty.
there? I asked, when I heard the narration, I asked Ruchi, have you had a similar incident, or is this why you wrote this story? Like, what was the reason? Is this your story? Do you know? Where does this come from?
Okay, so basically, I did write, I mean, the seed of the idea and everything, which I then wrote with Kanika Dhillon, and then Atika Chauhan, she wrote the dialogues. So, I mean, we were discussing the issues that women face on a normal day-to-day basis. And when you're writing a story, then, you know, you try and develop it into a dramatic exposition of that. So, I mean, it is different. It is different for a woman, and it's different for a man, which you learn by observation. But at the end of the day, when you really want to do something, as you would know as well, we all find our own ways to do it. So,
Isn't that sad that we have to find ways to achieve something which men just get it because male entitlement?
See, like, again, I just want to say the film, that was the seed. But I was very aware that there's also always going to be another side. There's another side about how men feel. Like, if you talk to men, they also sometimes feel that women get an easy pass. We would be like, excuse me, that doesn't happen. So there's always two sides to an argument, which is actually what I wanted to capture in this film. But the seed was definitely feeling as a woman that, you know, we were trying to cast a film. And a lot of the male stars said no. And I was so angry, and I was talking to Karan. And Karan told me, he's like, you know, there's really no reason for them to say no to you, because this film is really good, the script is really good, and you know, you've got a body of work, so they should be saying yes. But I have a feeling it could be because they're not comfortable working with a woman filmmaker. And I'm like, well, I love this film, but I'm not going to have a sex change for it. so, so, so I think the anger of that did fuel me wanting to make this film. And that really was the core basis. And then, of course, when you're writing a film, then you want to be fair to all the characters and give each person in your film dignity and a story and a motivation and a thought process. So I think we found a good balance, a good human balance, but that was the core.
All right, sir, kitne sawal, sir? You have a question? Okay. So you had something to... Oh, kya baat hai yaar. That's a statement,
Thank
sir.
you
Super.
so much.
Thank
we
you.
need that.
All right, that brings us to the end of this Q&A session. Karan has been sitting there like a principal who's just suddenly in school or in class just listening to his students answer. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, 6th of March, Guilty streams on Netflix. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kiara.
Thank you
thank
so
you, Ruchi.
much.
Thank you, Kangsha. Thank you, Tahir. And we
thank
still
you
have
again to
one more
Karan
picture session.
And Shrishti and Apurva and Sumain and Netflix and Dharmatic.
Yeah, I don't want to cut the light. Get shouted at again.